Brighter days are on their way. Forever's how long they'll stay. Brighter days are on their way. Chasing sunsets in the sky. Won't let these moments pass us by. Take my hand.
Well, hello everyone and welcome back to this week's weekly vlog. If it's your first time stopping by the channel, you're very welcome. My name is Dawn and I'm a British expat, originally from Manchester, and I now live in the Netherlands. And I'm not actually in the Netherlands. You would have seen some footage. I was at the airport bright and early this morning on my way to a mystery destination. I seem to have inherited a new craft room. Isn't it beautiful? Look at all my nice tough birds that I've made. I'm so clever. And all my fabrics. And isn't it lovely?
Excuse me? What are you doing in my craft room?
Oh, I'm going to cut this out. Look who it is, everyone.
Hi.
I made it. Well, you probably already know by now why I'm here. But and maybe Jeanette and Karen have already put some footage out. But where are we going, Jeanette?
We're going to Yarndale for the weekend.
Oh, we're having a girls' weekend.
Yes, we are.
Yeah. So I travelled here. I think I woke up at my time, 6 o'clock. English time, 5 o'clock. Got a taxi. I'll waffle a bit more about that another time. But I made it in the end. And literally, I got on the motorway and it threw it down.
Yeah, we said that, Tim, and I said, look at the weather. And I kept saying to Tim, do you think I should ring her? Do you think I should ring her? And he said, it's not a good thing to ring Dawn while she's driving. So I didn't.
I think I aquaplaned half the way here. Well, anyway. I got here in one piece and I've met Zach and I've met our Timothy and I've seen Jeanette's beautiful dollhouse and I've been admiring all the lovely stuff. And I tell you what, if you watch Jeanette, because I know a lot of you do, her craft room is, I said to Jeanette, I feel like staying here. I don't need to go to Yarndale. I could sit, no, this is Jeanette's seat. I could sit over there by the sewing machine. Jeanette could sit here. We'll have to do that another time.
Yeah,
I come for a crafty weekend.
Well, yeah, you're always welcome here, Dawn. You don't need an invite. Home
Thank
from
you.
home.
Yeah, definitely. I've got my room sorted out. They make good coffee. I know where. I've got a parking spot outside. We're good to go. Right, I think we're going to pack up and we need to head on over to Yorkshire. And we'll all be vlogging, I would imagine.
Yeah, I would imagine we will.
But it's interesting to see we all film things a bit differently.
Yeah, it is good that. I like doing that when we're together.
Yeah.
Like last time when we went to Black
Sheep, yeah.
It was nice to see what you'd recorded. And the same as Karen, we all have a bit of a different style, don't we? Yeah, it's nice that.
Yeah. So anyway, the weekly vlog started. So let's crack on with it. See you in a while.
Bye.
Hello, you. Oh, the tiny boy.
Brighter days are on their way.
Ooh! Wow.
Chasing sunsets in the sky. Won't let these moments pass us by. Take my hand, don't be afraid. The brighter days are on their way. Brighter days are on their way. Forever's how long they'll stay. Brighter days are on their way.
morning. I'm really sorry. We arrived here yesterday and I hardly did any filming at all. I don't know what's going on behind me. I can hear giggling. I don't know what they're up to. Look who we have here! So if you don't know, I'm sure many of you do, this is Karen from Stitches and Jacks, and of course you know Jeanette, Crafty Clegs, and Laura's hiding, also in a crochet cardigan. We'll take some shots, and I think all three of us are going to do a bit of filming. Aren't we fabulous?
Yeah, of course.
What time we got here? What time was it? It was quite late in the afternoon.
About 4:30.
The traffic was terrible. Might have taken a few wrong turns.
Might have done. It took about 4.
She took a snitch. And also the rain. We drove pretty much
the rain
the whole
was bad.
in rain. And then Karen and her lovely daughter Laura, one of the girls, was waiting here for us. And then
lasagna in the oven.
Yeah, Mr. Jacks made the most divine lasagna. It was really good. There was prosecco on ice for us. And we were
spoiled, weren't we?
Yeah, really. Yeah, we literally just arrived. Obviously, Jeanette and I went, right, where's the loo? Because we've been in the car quite a while. And then we did a quick house tour. And then that was it. Straight into it. And I think we talked for hours.
Yeah, we did.
And at some point we had a break and we put our pyjamas on. So we had a pyjama party and we got our crochet knitting out. And it's lovely. I will give you a house tour before I leave.
Oh, you need to tidy up. You need to tidy up.
Oh yeah, tidy up. Yeah. And the cottage we're in. Well done, Karen. It's stunning.
Yeah, it's nice.
Absolutely beautiful. And we've all said we feel really homely here. So anyway, I think you've gathered, we're all getting ready to go to Yarndale. So I'll say bye for now, and in the blink of an eye we'll be at Yarndale and I'll do a bit more footage. Bye for now. hear me. As you can see, back at Yarndale, day 2. Slight hiccup this morning. I overslept, so I had to do speed showering and speed hair washing and speed drying, but I managed to get it done. I woke up about 5, pitch black, managed to get back to sleep at 6, and then in a blind panic this morning, and then Jeanette and Karen had knocked on the door and I didn't hear a thing. So anyway, we're here now. Literally got out of the car, Laura drove us, and it started raining, so we're all a little bit damp around the edges, but it's great. First stall of the day, maybe you would have seen some footage, just been to Lay Family. It was lovely to meet Kelly and the hubby, and yeah, we're going to begin the day. I've brought my Hexacardi again, but I've took it off because I keep having a hot flush, and I think because it's raining outside, it feels a bit humid in here. So anyway, I won't waffle too long because you probably can't hear me, so I hope you've turned the volume up, and I'll catch you in a while. Good morning. Oh, what lovely lighting. Don't look like a ghost. I feel it. What day are we on? Tuesday. Oh, well, first day, maybe you would have seen some footage. There's a little hedgehog curled up in the doorway. I said to Lawrence, that's not right. It looks like a baby. Not like a baby, but definitely, you know, young. And it's probably curled up there for warmth, I imagine. Anyway, Lawrence is he's just logging on for the morning, and then he's gonna I said just get a tea towel or something, and then find a box, and then put a bit of cat food and water out for it, and then phone, I don't know, whatever the Dutch equivalent of the Hedgehog Protection League is. So anyway, it felt really funny getting in this car this morning. For a split second, I was like, what side of the road do I have to drive on? In case you've never been to the UK, you sit on the right hand side of the car and you drive on the let me think, the right hand side of the road. I had to think for a minute. No, do you? No, the left hand drive. Oh gosh, I'm sorry, I can't even think. I'll figure it out in a minute when I get on a road where it actually needs to be on the right side. My gosh, I'm so tired. I got home, I mean, by the time I got in the house, it was gone 10 o'clock. Lawrence was waiting at the airport for me, and because, you know, Monday evening, it wasn't busy at the airport, so it normally, if you land in Schiphol and you want to get a lift, not a taxi, a pre-arranged lift, then you make your way upstairs to departures. So Dutch people know if you want to do pick up, drive up there, but there's people there shooing you off. Anyway, well, I've no idea what I filmed in Yorkshire. It's all passed by me in a really lovely blur. So I think, well, I mean, I'll have a chit chat with you now, but I think tomorrow's my short day. So when I finish work, aside from getting on top of a mountain of laundry, Lawrence and I walked through the door. He got home and he was like, wow. And then I got home and I was like, wow. Because something hit the car. On top of that, it's all Lawrence's hockey kit from the weekend as well. So he said he'll put a couple of loads on today. It's dry, isn't it, this weather? Anyway, I'll worry about that. But yeah, what I will do is I'll download the footage. So probably after I've done that, I'll be able to have a better waffle about it. But I don't even remember what I last spoke about. But anyway, I think you would have seen some footage of the cottage. Karen had arranged it, and it was beautiful. It was in a place called Drawton. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right. And it was really down a little country lane, and I think you would have seen we had a little church over the road, and it was just stunning. I mean, to be fair, it was a little bit big for us. Didn't film it. We had there was like an outdoor, like I think it would have like a converted garage next to us. We went in it on the first evening to look at it. We all oohed and ahed because it was amazing. But there was a full-on games room there, full-size pool table, dartboard, bar, all different games, like proper little party house. And we were all like mega impressed, but we were so tired. We didn't have time to go in it. And I was like really looking forward to a game of pool. Anyway, it's fine. And I think you would have seen, hopefully I would have put some text on the screen. We also had, like, what was it called? The music room. Like, this idiot overtaking me. And the lights are red. It's not going to get anywhere sooner. So yeah, we had like a second lounge or a drawing room or a music room. There was a piano in there. Stunning grandfather clock. We didn't even sit in there. We just went into ooh and ah. It was beautiful. But anyway, what was really good is, so we all got our own bedrooms. And Karen, she's so sweet. She waited for us to get there and she said, we've not sorted rooms out. We were waiting for you. Sarah and Laura got there before Jeanette and I. And I thought that was really nice. And Jeanette and I said, you know, Karen, you've organised it. You know, you take, you know, the best bedroom. They were all amazing. But so she said, what I was thinking is, her and Laura, there was 2 beds at one end of the cottage, and one of the bedrooms had an ensuite. So she said, if Laura and I take those 2 rooms, we'll use the ensuite, and then you and Jeanette have the other 2 rooms, and then you use the main family bathroom, and then we're not sort of, you know, tripping up over each other. And so I said to Jeanette, right, you're having the double bed. And Jeanette was like, no, it's so English. No, you have it. You've flown over. And I was going, no, Jeanette, you have it because it's your birthday. It's not. Technically, it was like an early birthday for Jeanette. So don't go and wish her yet. Hold your horses. But anyway, Karen and I ended up in the rooms with the twin beds. And I was perfectly happy because it was beautiful. And I hope you would have seen it. Some footage. The view from my room was stunning. Anyway, we were very, very tired. I think you would have gathered we were there for 2 days. I won't show everything I bought on this video because it is the vlog channel, and I know not everybody watching is interested in, you know, knitting and crocheting, crafty stuff. So what I will do, I'll film a separate video. Hopefully I'll get some time the weekend, and I'll do a proper sit down and show and tell with all my bits and bobs that I got. So I'm really, really happy with, you know, what I bought. I didn't go mad. Also because the exchange rate at the moment, the pound's really strong against the euro, so I was also quite mindful of what I was spending, and I worked out it would be cheaper to just pin, you know, use my card, and every stall holder had a pin machine. And indeed I checked my bank account this morning super quick, and that was I definitely got the best exchange rate. So anyway, had a really nice time. No doubt both the ladies have filmed, and lots of other crafty, lovely gents, there's also men there, ladies and others have filmed what they got up to at Yarndale. So you've probably had an abundance of Yarndale stuff, but yeah, mine's coming soon. But anyway, as I said, I didn't mention this, but we went for the 2 days. I didn't say, you know, what time slot we booked, and then so Friday night I got there. I'll tell you about all that in a minute. Sorry, I'm going over these speed things. Had a quiet evening because literally we just were all talking, all giddy and excited. And Karen's husband, Mr. Jacks, made an amazing lasagna. Oh, also, I've just thought now, I hope there was some footage when I got to Jeanette's, because I had a hire car pick Jeanette up, and then we went over to Yorkshire. I went in Jeanette's craft room. Oh, it was fun girling, even though she's my mate. Never been in a craft room before, so I said, if Yarndale was cancelled, I'd be happy to just spend the weekend in your craft room. Oh my gosh, it's amazing. What you see on camera is not even a fraction of it. It's stuffed with amigurumi and all the things she's made. So if you're watching Jeanette, well, you know, I told you about 50 million times, I love your craft room. And I was laughing. I said, right, if it's cancelled, you sit that's your desk and I'll have a desk here. So anyway, yeah, that was a nice start already. I didn't have time to go and see my mum because the flight was delayed and all the rest, but I will, if I don't waffle about it now, I'll update you at some point during this vlog. Right, so Friday night we just chilled out at this delicious lasagna by Mr. Jacks. Karen and Jeanette, well, Karen had filled the fridge by the time we got there, and then Jeanette had took loads of groceries with her. I just took you know, goodies, because I didn't want to bring any fresh food, you know, coming over from the UK. So I just bought, you know, sweetie, snacky things, not too much either. So they were, wow, the ladies outdid themselves, and Laura, Karen's daughter, who really didn't want to be on camera. I felt so sorry for her. We're like, Laura, she was like our camera person. Laura, I've met her on Zoom before, but oh, she's such a sweetheart. Jeanette and I were like, oh, we love Laura so much. Anyway, so quiet night in on Friday. Saturday morning, off we went to Skipton, and we're all giddy. and I didn't realise that there was 2 entrances. Of course there must be. It was huge. Not gonna lie, it did smell like a farm, but actually I quite liked it because it added to the ambience. And so I really don't know how much I've filmed, but you know, as I said, I'll insert a little bit of footage, or you would have seen a little bit of footage, and mainly what I bought I'll put on the Woven Almanac channel. But Karen had already said that there was these merchandise when you walk the entrance we were going in, so we were like, right, we're getting the Yarndale bag. I didn't know what the Yarndale bag was, but I of course decided I had to have it, as you do. Had FOMO, and we walked in, and I don't know if it was Karen or Jeanette. I was talking to somebody. You're watching now, you'll be like, be laughing. And then one of the ladies said, Dawn, come over here. And I went over, and so the first person we met when we walked in, and I'm so happy, it was Sarah Jane. And if you read my comments, you'll know Sarah Jane comments on every video, and we have a little chit chat online. And honestly, it was because I don't know what you guys look like unless you send me a photo of yourself, and even then, you know, you change, you know, over time and everything. So I was really my brain had to process. And then Sarah Jane, I felt so sorry for you because we all kind of leapt on you, because Sarah Jane watches Karen and Jeanette. You know, we do talk because we know we have got, you know, similar viewers, and we say like, oh, I saw that lady said this on your video. Oh, she watches me, and it's just so lovely. It really adds to the whole community feeling. So yeah, poor Sarah Jane. Sarah Jane, don't know if you regret opening your mouth, because we were all like, oh, and they were like, let's take a picture. Oh, and it was really, it was like bombarded her. And anyway, so we had to finally move because, you know, people were coming in. And we did say, if we see you later, we'd love to have a coffee. And we didn't see you again. And Sarah Jane, all 3 of us, kept saying, oh, it's such a shame, because we really, really wanted to sit down and have a proper catch up with you. But anyway, not to worry. There'll be another time, I'm sure. But anyway, as I said, until I look at the footage, it was all a blur. I met a few of you guys, if you're watching, which was just blew my mind. I still can't believe anybody sits and watches me. I said to the girls, I've got like imposter syndrome, and I'm like, I don't understand why people are watching me. But yeah, I watch other people, so I kind of get it, but I have to remember, oh yeah, I suppose it applies to me anyway. So what we did on the first day is we had a walk around. It was like reconnaissance day, and I think I bought a couple of things. I've lost track of what I bought on what day, and I've probably lost track of who I bought things from, some things. But I was really happy as we walked in. Telling Yarns was there, Beth, and I bought like an Advent, not like a 24 or 12 day one, like I think it was like a weekly Advent from her. It was a good few years back now. I think you would have remembered it. And I've kind of kept in touch. I followed her and everything. So as I walked in, I went, oh, Telling Yarns is here. So I walked over, and then Beth obviously had the same moment I did. I went, hi Beth, and she looked at me a bit like, who are you? And so I started laughing, and I went, Dawn stays, and she went, Dawn! And I had the same reaction when people said who they were. And she said, oh, it's so nice to meet you in person. I was like, I know, and I'm so happy you're here. So anyway, I had a good catch up with Beth, and then I promised, I said, I'm coming back to you on Sunday to buy something, so, and I did, which I'll show on the podcast channel. And then the other people, I'm going to say, which I was thrilled to meet, is so if you're watching, I don't know if Olivia, I don't think your name shows up as Olivia on the YouTube comment, but anyway, one of our lovely viewers, one of us, Olivia, was there with her daughter Sophia, and we've had email exchanges. So, you know, she told me about Sophia, and a lovely hubby was there, and so Olivia said, I watch you, and I was like, of course I know who you are. So it was so nice to see Sophia. So if you're watching, it was lovely to see you. We had a hug, and of course there'll be a photo somewhere on the video. So that was so nice. And anyway, as I said, my brain's a little bit foggy at the moment. So when I've uploaded footage and gathered myself, I'll talk about it a bit more through the week. Ooh, bit of road rage. The oncoming traffic has blocked the road, turning in front of us. Anyway, I'm actually quite early. So yeah, Saturday night, so we did the recce, the reconnaissance, and it was lovely. And loads of people recognised Jeanette and Karen. So it was like, I don't know, we all felt like, you know what, it was just warm and fuzzy. It just felt we were all there for the same reason, and it was lovely. And of course, many of you, you know, I went to the UK about 3 months ago now, 2-3 months ago, and Karen and Jeanette met them at Black Sheep's. I'd never been there before, and Sarah was there, so we caught up with Sarah. I was supposed to go on the Lay family retreat and had to cancel it. And so I met Kelly, that was lovely. Anyway, waffle. So Saturday night, because I'd not brought food, I said that, and Karen had mentioned, there was a lovely fish and chip shop in Skipton. I think it was in Skipton, or in the village near us. And she said, it looked lovely. So I said, right, my contribution to the food, I'm treating us to fish and chips. And they're like, no. And I said, no, because that's a massive treat for me. We don't have fish and chip shops in Holland. They were like, no. It's really English. So when we were leaving, and we were dead on our feet, and Laura's got, you know, a big family car, and I was in my little one. So Laura had driven us, which was really sweet, because we were all exhausted. So we said, right, should we just go to the fish and chip shop now? We said, why don't we eat in? Because Karen and Laura had said it was actually like a fish and chip restaurant. Not fancy, but nice. So I said, right, that's my contribution to the food. Anyway, we went in. Service wasn't great, not going to lie. We weren't impressed with that. But we all agreed that the fish and chips, we'd had chips and peas, was beautiful. It was really, really nice. And they also had a bar in there, so I also treated myself to a cider. So I can't buy, like, you know what, our cider. If you're in the States, English cider, it's very alcoholic. And I know in the US, maybe in Canada, I'm not sure, that your cider's like apple juice. So don't make that mistake if you order a cider in England. You might end up a bit tipsy. So anyway, we just said the one, and we all agreed it was the best idea. We didn't have to clean up after ourselves. You know, we just sat down, somebody waited on us, we were fed, and then we went back to the cottage and put our pyjamas on. And we had copious amounts of Prosecco, which was delicious. And we had a proper girly night in, put our pyjamas on. And we had, you know, we got a little bit tipsy, and we just had a really, really good time. It was just lovely to laugh and let our hair down, and seriously, the four of us just got on so well, like so well. We couldn't have asked for it to have gone any better. Anyway, Sunday also lovely. I hope I haven't got a photo on my camera, but I think somewhere in the group there's a photo. I would have put it in, hopefully. We'd already pre-arranged to meet Helen, who many of you watch, Helen Cottage, who's Mousy Mate's podcast. Not to be confused, there's two Mousy Mates. One's Amanda, who I do watch, and one's Helen. And if you've been around for a while, you'll know Jeanette and I hosted a make-along quite a couple of, about 2 or 3 Christmases ago now, and it was the Enchanted Forest Mount, and Helen threw herself into that wholeheartedly. seriously, she was amazing. So much so that she ended up producing a book about the story she'd made for the Mal, and it was stunning. And she dedicated the book to me and Jeanette. Seriously, I get a little bit choked up when I think about that. I'm like, I'm so moved. Anyway, we pre-arranged to meet Helen, because her and Phil, or hubby, they'd had a day in Yorkshire, and they'd gone in the camper van. So I really can't wait to see what Helen filmed for that. And then we arranged to meet her. Oh, it was so nice. And it's really funny because other like YouTube people who we follow, and they follow us, we all said, like, we feel like we know each other, like it's like you're already friends, you know. So anyway, Helen didn't have too long, because, you know, Phil, I think he was going out walking or something. So we were chattering away, and then a few of Helen's viewers saw her, and, you know, we had photos and hugs, and then so we had lunch together, and there was a few little present exchanges, and then Helen said, right, if you don't mind, I'm going to have a quick walk around, because she had to sort of speed Yarndale. And then so we met up with her just before she left. But it was just, yeah, it was just amazing. It was really, I couldn't have asked for it to have gone any better. Oh, and also we bumped into Steph. If you watch Steph's Crafty Dragonfly, I will talk about all this properly on the podcast. So on the podcast, I'll make sure to link everybody's channels and that, so you can watch them. But I know many of you watched Steph, so it was lovely. And we also bumped into Ali, Ali's not got a YouTube channel, but slightly bigger than a YouTube channel. Ali's actually on Gogglebox. You'll know her because if you're one of the knitty and craft and crochet folk, Ali and a hubby and a daughter, they're one of the Gogglebox families, and Ali and a daughter they knit and crochet while they're watching the TV. So bumped into Ali, which was lovely, and we were like chattering away. I think we had a quick photo. So, and I know a lot of you met Ali, so that was lovely. Just, I can't even think, there was just that many people. Anyway, I'm almost at work now, so I'm just going to rein it in a little bit. But what I did manage to do, so Sunday night, again, chilled out. We watched Strictly. We managed to catch up on some Strictly. Angela Rippon, my gosh, did you see those legs? Whoa! And we were talking about when we remember, obviously not Laura, remembering the Christmas Morecambe and Wise special. And I was quite young then. I couldn't have been more than 5 or 6. But you know, we only had 3 channels in England, didn't we? And so, you know, Christmas specials were massive. So even I remember Angela Rippon dancing with Morecambe and Wise. So yeah, we were. So we watched a bit of Strictly. I'm going to also speak for the ladies. I don't think any of us got many. We didn't do much knitting or crochet, which was hilarious because we all bought project bags with us. Oh, and the other thing, hopefully you would have seen it on on the footage or photos. All of us wore our granny hexagon cardigans. And we had so many people stop us and ask, you know, could they have a look and what was the pattern, and yeah, it was like people teasing us like, are you in that gang, you know, the crochet gang? And it's just really nice, such a lovely community. Anyway, as you can hear, I'm getting really croaky because I'm absolutely exhausted. Normally I would have oh, it's really busy here. Get in. Normally I would have worked from home today, but I've got meetings, so I had to go in. But yeah, tomorrow I can have a bit of a lie-in because literally roll out of bed and log on. Well, I don't, I have a wash and put some slap on. But anyway, right, so I've just come off the motorway. I think this was a massive waffle. I've got a feeling this week's vlog is going to be huge. So I'll pop on again tomorrow or Thursday when I've downloaded all the footage, and no doubt I'll have a bit more to say. I'll see you in a while. I've just had a marathon filming session. I'm all talked out. When did I last speak to you? I think it was, I was on the way to work yesterday in the car. I'm slightly more with it now. Got up this morning. I worked from home. Lawrence went out. Willie went to school. Calling Joshua. Anyway, eventually came downstairs. He looked dreadful. And he said, I've got a cold. I was like, I don't know if he's got a cold. And then as the day's gone on, he's got worse. He's got really bad flu. He's cold sweats, throwing up. He's really rough. He can't even keep a paracetamol inside him, which would help. He has been sleeping on and off, so I've been keeping an eye on him. And then he asked for just a bottle of water, and said just regular sips. You know, don't gulp it all down, so he just can't keep anything in him. It must have already started coming down with this before we got home, or just as we got home, Lawrence and I. So anyway, we've got a sick boy at home. We've been popping vitamins because obviously I don't want to catch it. I feel all right. Lawrence is all bunged up, but he's had some sinus problems, so he said he feels all right. He's going to hockey this evening. He's a licensed referee, and he's part of this training program. That's just balancing on the fence. By the time I turn you around, he would have jumped off. He's not done that for years, since he was a kitten. He's walking along the fence between us and the next door neighbour. All right, he's okay. He's jumped on the bin and jumped down from there. Strange cat. Anyway, yeah, Lawrence is a licensed referee, and they've got a programme to train new referees up through the ranks, because apparently they're short of refs. So he's doing that this evening. He's got a student to help him ref a game. And I think normally one of the boys would be out sporting, but they're not. William's not back from school yet. That's strange. It's 6:15. Anyway, I've got a pot of pasta on. I'm doing some mince, and I've just fished this out the cupboard. It's a jar of Mexican mix, and I'll just throw in a few extra. Joshua won't eat. If William's working, he won't eat, and Lawrence will eat a bit, but probably have more later. So it's just a quick and easy dinner. Anyway, what I did manage to do this afternoon, I downloaded all the footage from Yarndale. So I've edited it up to me talking in the car yesterday. Yes, I remember now, it's all coming back to me. Also, I've done another film because I have to film this collab that I've been doing, which that will be on the Woven Almanac podcast, but I have to do it in 2 or 3 parts. So I've done the first part of that. It's been playing on my mind to get it done. They're not hassling me. They're super sweet about it. And then I've sat down and filmed kind of a podcast, but it was just a couple of things, and then all the stuff I bought from Yarndale. So if Lawrence is out this evening, I'll try and get the Yarndale, the podcast edited, and then by now it's uploaded. And so if you're watching this on Sunday and you're not done with me waffling, there's a podcast up. Completely forgot, when I was sat in the car yesterday, there was quite a few things I've got to mention. Bumped into, no, actually, that's a lie. We met Alex from my Yarny Corner at Yarndale. We had arranged it, but it was touch and go whether she could make it or not. She had a load of hassle going on, private stuff. And when she eventually did make it, there was a problem with the parking, and she literally had a few hours to run round the place. So, you know, our meet-up that we wanted to do, it was cut short. We met up at a stand, hugged and caught up and all the rest of it. And it was just so good to see Alex in person, because I've known her for quite a while now online. Karen's met Alex before. I don't think Jeanette's met Alex before, so it was so nice to meet her. Danny wasn't there. He was at home. She had a couple of her friends with her. So, you know, it was like, hello, hello, hello. And then, you know, there was a bit of gift exchanging going on. And she's already put a video up about it. So if you haven't seen it already, head on over. Alex has uploaded something. Jeanette's uploaded something. And Karen's uploaded something. So yesterday, I managed to catch up on YouTube. And it was so nice to watch, you know, everybody's... you know, what they got up to. And then Karen and Jeanette, I'm not sure if Karen has uploaded hers. Did she upload a tour of the cottage? And Jeanette did. My little tour is really cut short. So if you want a really in-depth look around, you can head on over to one of those ladies. Because, yeah, I thought half of you have already watched it, so I won't keep it all in. The other thing I forgot to mention, didn't take a picture, didn't film. I'd planned to go... call into my mum's after I dropped Jeanette, dropped Jeanette off at home. So Monday morning, left the cottage, drove back to to drop Jeanette off. I didn't even go in. Tim was waiting, helped us unload the car, said our goodbyes, drove to my mum's. Traffic was terrible. The sat-nav in the car was not good at all. I'll talk to you about the car in a minute. Got to my mum's, literally got out of the car, had my phone in my hand, and you know, your brain just doesn't connect. And I was like, there's my phone. But I was like, but here's my phone. Jeanette had left her phone in my car. Oh, so I was trying to get hold of her, message her on Instagram. Luckily, I knew she had her iPad. She managed to get hold of her. Tim drove her over to my mum's. I don't think he was very happy. So they didn't come in. Jeanette did. Straight away, she walked in, she went, oh, I want to see your doll's house, because my mum also has a doll's house. So we give her a quick tour. She said, I can't stay long, Tim's outside. So anyway, I went back downstairs, saw Tim again, and he was fine. He was cracking jokes. And oh, William's just come home now. Where have you been?
Inside, after school with some friends.
Oh, okay.
Was that Walking Jack?
Walking Jack. Went out with friends after school. I take it you're not working tonight then? No. Okay. Pasta. See, do you have that? Comes in, hello, what were you eating? Story of my life. So anyway, Jeanette got her phone because my mum said, well, I can post it to her, I don't mind. And they're like a half-hour drive away, if that. So anyway, and Tim knows the area really well. So I'd already explained to Tim where my mum lived, luckily. So he knew where he was going. Anyway, spent a couple of hours with my mum. It was so good to see her. Caught up on everything we've been up to. It's telling her all about Yarndale, because obviously if you've been, you know, watching a while, when I went back home in, was it the end of July, beginning of August, my mum and Estelle, my sister, went to Yarndale, not to Yarndale, Black Sheep with me. So they'd already met Jeanette and Karen. So Jeanette was lovely. She gave my mum a big hug. And anyway, they've got each other's numbers. And yeah, spent some time with my mum. And then I was like, what's time? I have to go now, mum. But I'm really happy I managed to get a few hours with her. That was lovely. Didn't see Estelle because she was working. Obviously, it was, you know, Monday afternoon. And then I think you would have seen some footage. I was dropped the car off. The shuttle service took me to the airport. And we drove down the street. It was the old airport road. It's not anymore with all the development in the area. I don't hardly recognise the place. Driving around, there's a tram line. It's all roads closed and all the rest of it. But I did a little bit of filming. I don't know if you caught it, but our family home that we lived in for years, our Estelle was born in that house. It's changed a lot, but it was like, oh, it was so nice to see it. I think they were like 1930s style, like semi-detached kind of thing. It was a lovely house, bay window, and quite a decent sized back garden as well, because we were surrounded by farmland then, not anymore. Anyway, the hire car. I meant to tell you this vlog has probably been really, really long, so you probably had to watch me in parts at this point if you're even still here. Is there anybody there? Got to Manchester Airport. I think I mentioned my flight was delayed a bit. Okay. As usual, called the hire company. Now this time, I swore I'd never use them, but I used them because I phoned them and I made the booking online and I got a cracking deal. And they were dead helpful on the phone. Anyway, you have to call them and then they tell you which bus stop to come and pick you, because there's 3 terminals at Manchester Airport. It's an international airport. Got there, wasn't waiting long. Minibus turned up. Driver got out. He said, have you phoned? I said, yeah, I phoned like 20 minutes ago. And he said, well, how many of you are there? I said, I'm on my own. And then this woman stepped forward and she said, I phoned. Like quite rude. And then there was a couple stood next to me and they were like, well, yeah, we're waiting to get in the minibus. He said, I've got 1 seat. And then he opened the back of the van up and he went, sort it out amongst yourself, and got in the van. And I was gobsmacked. So, and this woman, she was determined she was having that seat. So I blocked her, stood in front of her and I said, my flight's delayed. When is your car booked? Because I have somewhere to go. And then she told the biggest whopper. This was about 11:15 at this point. She said, I've been stood here since 10 and I looked at this other couple and they were like, anyway, in the exchange, she'd squeezed past me and threw a case in the van and took off. I said, whatever. So I said to the driver, I said, well, are you going to send another van? You'll have to ring the office. And he drove off. Anyway, I phoned the office. The guy who answered it was really apologetic and he was really nice. And he said, one of our drivers has gone sick. We're so short of staff at the moment. And he said, I tell you what, he went, I'm going to come out and get you. And I said, oh, I really appreciate it. I said, there's 3 of us because this couple. Anyway, he said, no worry. I said, it's okay. We really appreciate it. So got talking to them. They were Dutch. They were from The Hague. Had a really nice chit chat with them. They lived in York for 3 years. And I was telling them I'm going to Yorkshire. So it was lovely. It was dry. It was a nice warm day, lovely. Anyway, the driver come up. It was the one who'd been on the counter the last time I went. So I was a little bit like, oh, we didn't have a run-in or anything, but I wouldn't upgrade with all the offers, and I think he was a bit fed up because he spoke for quite a while. Anyway, he pulled up. I thanked him profusely. We all did, and he couldn't apologise enough. And I said, listen, it happens. You're here now, and we appreciate you coming out. Anyway, we all piled in the van, and he said, you've been with us before, haven't you? So I went, yes, that's right. And I said, I said, I took your advice and I booked directly with you this time. And I said, and I got a much better deal. Oh, yeah, it's better you do that. Anyway, football talk, the guy talking about football, and he is clearly a football fan. So we had a really nice journey over to the car place. Walked in, he was parking the van, walked in, the office is full. Lo and behold, the woman who'd pushed in front of me was still there, so she hadn't been seen any sooner. Walked in, there's 2 guys on the desk, the system's gone down. I was like, oh no! That was why, part of the reason I was so late getting over to Yorkshire. Anyway, what can you do? Just stood there, waited my turn, it's fine. The guy picked us up, came in, and he got stuck in on the desk, and they started moving us pretty quickly. And I told him what had happened with the lady. And he said, there's no way a passenger would have been waiting over an hour for a bus. And the Dutch couple had said, she did say that, they backed me up. And he said, what does she look like? So I gave a description. He went, He said, yeah, she's a regular, but the way he said it. So anyway, by coincidence, when it finally got to my turn, he was serving me. So I said to him, that lady I was telling you about, I went, that was it, you served before? He went, I knew it was. He said, she wasn't waiting an hour. He said, I can categorically state it. I said, well, we all knew she was lying. She just wanted to get on the bus. And he said, I've had a few run-ins with her before. I said, I'm not surprised because she was so rude. If she wants to be rude at the driver who was rude to us, that's her story. But she was really rude to me and this other couple. Anyway, he couldn't apologise enough. And then he didn't have to sell me any extras because I'd maxed out on everything. I took max this and max that. I did hire a little budget car because it's just me and Jeanette. We just needed wheels. Anyway, system come back up, and he said, I'm going to upgrade you. I said, are you? And he went, yeah, I will. Anyway, eventually he disappeared, comes back with a bunch of keys, and he with a big smile on his face, and he went, I've got you a really nice upgrade. I went, have you? And he went with the key. He went, it's an automatic. And I went, oh. And he looked and I went, I've never driven an automatic before. And he went, haven't you? And I went, no. And I'm so sorry. I should have said. He went, I should have asked. He said, oh, no, it's okay. It's okay. I'll get you another one. It'll still be an upgrade, but not as nice. I was like, I'm really sorry. Because then he had to go all the way back into the garage again and whatever. Anyway, he come back and he was really apologetic. And I was like, I feel really bad because you run off your feet. And he tried to do a really lovely thing. Anyway, he said, when you go out, it was a red Mazda, like a coupe, a sports, little sporting number. He said, that's what you could have worn. So I laughed and I said, I'll try and learn to drive automatic before. I'm sure they're really, really simple, but I didn't fancy having a go, learning to drive an automatic in a hire car when I'm driving on the wrong side of the road and I'm not used to it. I'm out of practice. Anyway, he gave me a little MG. It was beautiful. It had all leather seats, sat nav included. I'm sure there was something wrong with the setting, because I'm sure me and Jeanette are convinced it was sending us on all the A roads and through the cities. But anyway, I had my Google Maps, but it was lovely. Karen and Laura said, oh, what a lovely little car. It was a great run around, definitely an upgrade. So, and he gave me his email. He said, when you come again, email me directly and I'll sort you out. So I was like, great. So we're big pals, and I feel a bit mean that I was a bit ranty about them, but anyway, such is life. I'm rectifying it now. So I think I've got you up to speed now. So I've worked from home today. I've done a lot of filming now. The vlog is all up to date. So it took me ages. I didn't come down till quite late. I logged off and I went straight into editing the vlog. So I hope you like it. I don't know if there's a bit too much woolly knitting in it for you, because I know not everybody watching is into it, but I've shaved it right down. And if you want to see the extended version, not the house tour, because I've done that in the vlog already, that will be in the podcast. That's hopefully already loaded. And what I did say on the podcast, after I finished with my, what I've made and this is what I got, I will have added more footage at the end of that video. So yeah, I think we're up to date. Right, I'm gonna carry on cooking this. It's almost ready, and then we can sit down and eat. Lawrence is out, so hopefully I've edited the podcast and it's loaded. Good. Tomorrow I have to go and work. Did I already mention this? I think I did. Can't remember. I have to go and work. I have a lunch meeting, but it's nice. We're going out to a really nice restaurant, so I don't mind working lunches when they're like that. So if I can film something, I will, and maybe I'll chat with you in the morning in the car. Let's see. I think I need to stop waffling because this video is mega long. I'll see you later. Almost evening. I'm sorry, the radio came on. I'm on the way home. Went into the office this morning, had some meetings, and also went out for a lovely lunch with some colleagues, which was really nice. We went to one of these kind of cool places, the Harbour Club. I think there's 2 or 3 of them in the Netherlands, and had a really nice, it was a working lunch, so we were talking about work, obviously, so it was quite productive, and I think I took some footage of the location. In the summer you can sail your boat there, and yeah, it gets quite busy on the water. I've never actually sailed my boat over, or our boat, to the Harbour Club, but I believe it's quite a fun thing to do on a hot sunny day. But anyway, we ate inside. They said it was going to be 19 to 23 degrees here. I'm kind of dressed for autumn. I've got boots and a long jumper dress on. And when I come out of the office, it's a bit cool, must admit. It looks quite grey and overcast. But anyway, last night I almost finished editing the podcast, so I'm going to do that this evening. Alison asked me if we wanted to go dancing, and I said no, I'm absolutely shattered. Lawrence woke me up this morning, said it was 7 o'clock, get up, so I did, and then I realised I'd set my alarm. Why hadn't it gone off? It was actually 6 o'clock, so I'm really, really tired. I think I already mentioned Joshua's got the flu. I checked on him this morning. He said he was feeling a bit better, but his head was banging. So Lawrence worked from home, so just keep an eye on him. So I hope when I get home he's started to feel a little bit better. Oh, I don't know, I feel so sorry for him. So anyway, that's what I'm going to do this evening. I've got a hairdresser appointment in the morning. Need to check, I don't know what time. I'm thinking I might go quite a lot shorter again. Maybe don't know, a couple of inches, like 3 or 4 centimetres off it. And the back really feels too long, so I think I'm pretty certain I'm going to go a lot shorter. And then I think I'm supposed to get out for dinner with Alison and Natalie. I need to check if that's still on. Anyway, I've almost edited this week's vlog and it's really, really long, so I think it's probably a good idea if I wrap it up at this point. And I hope you've enjoyed seeing what I got to in Yorkshire with the girls. It was really, really good fun. It just actually feels like ages ago now, and it was only on Monday that I got back. But anyway, what do they say? Time flies when you're having fun. Hopefully we can do it again someday. Not necessarily Yarndale, but I don't know, something together. I don't know, who knows, maybe they'll come over here, we'll see. But anyway, if it is your first time stopping by the channel, I hope you enjoyed spending some of your time with me having a waffle. It's not normally this long. I think it might be over an hour. I've tried to cut it down, but you know, it wasn't possible. If you've been doing a bit of crafting with me, bit of knitting or crochet or any other crafting, let me know. And maybe you've been doing the Sunday dinner or a bit of housework, or you know, I've just been there waffling in the background. But I hope you've had a nice time. Hopefully before this has gone up, the podcast has already uploaded. So if you've missed it, head on over to the Woven Almanac channel. The link will be below. But yeah, I'm going to say bye for now, and hope you've all had a good week. Have a great week ahead. Stay safe, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye for now.